How are you, my dear students and also SSC candidates? Hope everyone is okay and fine. I am also still fine. In the previous class, we are going to start our new chapter. Here's the new chapter. The chapter's name is the Bioenergetics. It's also the repeat class and also the repeat chapter. In the previous class, we also explained about the photosynthesis. Here's the photosynthesis. We know about the light-dependent phase and also the light-independent phase. Here's the light-dependent phase and light-independent phase. We also know the photosynthesis mechanism. Here's the photosynthesis mechanism. We also know that the 6 carbon dioxide and 12 H2O, and the last formation is the glucose and also oxygen, etc., etc. And today we are going to explain our new topics. Here's the new topics, the lesson 4.2.2. Here's the 4.2.2. Basically, it's also the explain structure. Here's the explain structure. First structure is the role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis, and second structure is the role of light in photosynthesis, and also the third structure is the factors affecting photosynthesis. Here's the factors affecting photosynthesis. We also basically two different and also the two categories. First category is the external factors and the second is the internal factors. Now please everyone open the books, and here we also explain about the first structure is the role of chlorophyll in the photosynthesis. Here's the role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis. There is a direct relationship between the rate of photosynthesis and the amount of chlorophyll in the leaves, because only chlorophyll can capture solar energy. We also know, and we know the old chloroplasts are disintegrated and then new chloroplasts are synthesized. The rate of photosynthesis is dependent on the rate of regeneration of chloroplast or the components of chloroplast. For the maintenance of photosynthesis, different components of chlorophyll are required to be regenerated speedily in large amounts. But too much chlorophyll in the cell results in the shortage of enzymes and the rate of photosynthesis slows down. Next structure, the next topic is the role of light in the photosynthesis. Another very important topic here, the role of light in photosynthesis. The importance of light in photosynthesis is immense for the production of carbohydrates from H2O and carbon dioxide. Here's the role of carbon dioxide. First structure is the H2O and also the water, and second structure is the CO2 and also the another name is the carbon dioxide. For the production of carbohydrates from H2O and the carbon dioxide, the source of required in the light, sunlight, basically sunlight, and also the photon structure also takes part in the development. With sunlight and when stomata are open, carbon dioxide can enter the leaves and take part in the production of food. But only a small proportion of the light falling on the leaf is used in the photosynthesis. Basically, red, blue, orange and purple portions of the visible spectrum function better than that of green and yellow in the process of photosynthesis. My dear students, when I have also draw the structure, first basically blue and also the sky blue and also the violet and green, yellow, green, yellow, orange, red. Here's the basically 7 structure. Here's the 7 structure. Basically, again I also repeat, the photosynthesis, red, blue, orange and purple proportion of the visible in the spectrum function better than that of green and yellow in the process of photosynthesis. The rate of photosynthesis increases with the increase of light up to a definite limit. If the amount of light increases too much, enzymes disintegrated and cause the production of chlorophyll to reduce. Consequently, the rate of photosynthesis also decreases. Photosynthesis generally is carried out well with the light of wavelength between the 400 nanometer to 480 nanometer and 680 nanometer. Here's the here's the 7 light spectrum, and also the start 400 nanometer to 480 nanometer and the 680 nanometer. My dear students, we have also started our new topics. Here's the new topics: factors affecting photosynthesis. Yes, basically two structure: external factors and the internal factors. Here's the external factors. I have also read basically light, carbon dioxide, temperature, water, oxygen, etc., etc. And the internal factors. Here's the internal factors. Basically, main structure or the main basic factors is the chlorophyll and the age and number of leaves, amount of carbohydrates, potassium, enzyme, etc., etc. Now we are going to start the external factors. Here's the external factors: the carbon dioxide. Photosynthesis cannot be carried out without carbon dioxide. We also know the mechanism of the photosynthesis. First structure is the 6-carbon dioxide. Food produced by this process is formed from the reduction of carbon dioxide. The concentration of carbon dioxide in atmosphere is 0.03% rate. Here is the carbon dioxide is the 0.03% is the rate in the atmosphere. Again, the plants can use carbon dioxide up to 1% concentration. Here's the 0.03% up to the 1%. They can also the concentration, the photosynthesis. So the rate of photosynthesis increases with the increase of carbon dioxide up to 1% in atmosphere. If the amount of carbon dioxide is increased to a very high level, acidic condition in the cells of mesophyll tissue increases and stomata get closed. So the rate of photosynthesis then decreases. Next structure is the temperature. Here's the temperature. Temperature is a very important factor, plays a very important role in the process of photosynthesis. At a very low temperature around 0.0 degrees Celsius and a very high temperature above 45 degrees Celsius, photosynthesis cannot be carried out. The optimum temperature of photosynthesis, please everyone underline this line, the 22 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Basically, temperature, the temperature is also the 22 up to 30 degrees Celsius is also the optimum temperature for the photosynthesis. Again, if temperature remains below 22 degrees Celsius or above 35 degrees Celsius, the rate of photosynthesis will decrease. Again, water. In photosynthesis, the H plus, basically hydrogen ion, required for the reduction of carbon dioxide for the production of carbohydrates comes from water. In scarcity of water, the guard cells of stomata become flaccid, and so the entry the carbon dioxide is disrupted. In the excessive scarcity of water, photosynthesis may be completely stopped. The enzyme become inactivated. Now, next structure is the oxygen. Here's the oxygen. If the concentration of oxygen increases in the atmosphere, the rate of photosynthesis decreases. Conversely, the rate of photosynthesis increases with the decrease of oxygen in the atmosphere. However, photosynthesis stops completely in the absence of oxygen. We also know the reaction, basically 6 carbon dioxide and 12 H2O. So here's the 12 H2O, it has also the oxygen, and oxygen the very important and structure for photosynthesis. Now next structure is the mineral nutrient elements. Nitrogen and magnesium are two main components of chlorophyll. Here's the chlorophyll. We also know in the previous class, basically chapter 5, we also know the formation of chlorophyll. Here's the formation of chlorophyll, basically carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and magnesium. My dear students, we also learned in the previous class carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and magnesium. They are the 5 components to formation of chlorophyll. So, the mineral nutrient elements nitrogen and magnesium. Here's the nitrogen and magnesium we have also get from the soil. And the two main components of chlorophyll. A leaf cannot synthesize chlorophyll in absence of iron, and consequently the leaves become yellow. Thus, the rate of photosynthesis decreases if there are low levels of minerals in the soil. Chemical substances. As the chemical substances, the process of photosynthesis is inhibited or completely stopped in the chloroform. Hydrogen sulfide, methane or any poisonous gases are present in the air. Internal factors. Yes, the internal factors for the structure is the chlorophyll. My dear students, in the few time ago, I have also explained about the chlorophyll. And the next structure is the age and number of leaves. Leaves that are too young or too old contain very little chlorophyll. This is why the rate of photosynthesis in them is very low. With the aging of leaves, the number of chloroplasts also increases. The rate of photosynthesis in the middle-aged leaves in the highest. With the increase of the number of leaves, the rate of photosynthesis is accelerated. Next structure is the amount of carbohydrates. During photosynthesis, if the conduction of carbohydrates is low, carbohydrates become clogged in the leaves. In the evening, the rate of photosynthesis is low because the accumulation of carbohydrates that were produced earlier. Potassium. The rate of photosynthesis is found to become slow if there is storage of potassium, since potassium likely plays a role as a catalyst in the process. And next structure is the enzymes. Several enzymes are required for the process of photosynthesis. My dear students, I hope today in this class we have also helped about the process of the role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis and the role of light on photosynthesis, factors affecting photosynthesis. Today I think that's all. Goodbye, my dear students.